Hello. This is Sarah Jones, tarot therapist here at Tarot Therapy Co. And this is your Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine Pick a Crystal reading. So, the reason why I'm asking you to pick a crystal and not a pile is because I'm going to be reading from all three piles. So, this is the Divine Feminine pile, this is the Divine Masculine, and this is going to be the bridge in between the two energies. Okay, we're going to be looking at how this energy is affecting you, how it is affecting your journey at this time. Um, you know, I feel like, yes, we all have that divine feminine and we have masculine and feminine energies within us. So, and we're trying to get to that divinity, that point where, we find that balance between the two of them. So I feel like that's more of the focus of this reading, is finding that balance between the two of them within yourself. So this is not any kind of twin flame reading or anything like that. This is about finding the balance of divine feminine and divine masculine within yourself, where you're at on that journey. Okay. And I may do readings in the future and use the cards a little differently, but these are new to me, so we're gonna warm them up. Okay. So take a look at the three crystals and see which one you are drawn to. So we have the rose quartz here, we have the black obsidian here, and gosh, I can't remember the name of the green one. Amazonite. We have Amazonite here in the middle. All right. So which crystal is calling out to you? The crystals have their own energy as well. And that is also going to be kind of incorporated into your reading. Okay. So if you've come over from Facebook, or if you're just joining me, you don't know how this works, there are timestamps in the video description, and you can go ahead and skip right to your reading, whichever crystal you choose. And let's get it going. All right. So we're going to be looking at this first crystal. Okay. We're going to be doing this first crystal here. So this is a rose quartz crystal. So if you chose this crystal, the energy of rose quartz is kind of calling out to you. So perhaps some heart-centered energy when it comes to, what's going on with your divine feminine and divine masculine. I feel like perhaps you need to open up your heart a little more if you chose this. That's what's coming up. So let's see. I'm just going to kind of put these over here so you can see them. But I like to bring the cards kind of forward. I like to make it so you can see. So I am going to be using all three decks to do your reading. And we're going to bridge the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So we're going to look at the divine feminine first. So the first thing that this energy is talking about for you is, how are you manifesting in your life? Are you struggling to manifest? I feel like I'm drawn to this gold right here. So I feel like, maybe you're leaning one way. See how she's leaning? So I feel like maybe what's going on here is there's this struggle. So you're trying so hard to manifest the things that you want in life, so hard to manifest your journey, your emotions, your feelings. Again, I almost saw this as like fire energy. What is it that you wish for? What is it that you're dreaming about? We want to pay attention to those things. And on this end, we have the divine masculine energy. And the divine masculine energy is asking you to manifest some new beginnings. Okay? I'm going to actually go like this. All right, so we're going to go like this. So that's what your soul, your energy, your inner energy is really asking you to manifest. Okay. So I want you to look at what new beginnings are coming in for you. You know, where are you blocked? Because I feel like this gold or this fire energy, it may be blocks for you. You know, obstacles kind of in your way of the new beginnings that you're trying to bring in. And I feel like we got the 10 of Cups. So this is very much about, you know, a relationship. Are you trying to bring in a relationship? Are you trying to start a new beginning with, you know, your own, a relationship with you? Because this is the bridge right here between manifesting and new beginning. And it is this idea of, what do you want in a relationship? You know, what is the ideal relationship that you would want to manifest? What is the ideal healing that you need to manifest within your relationships? Because there's, again, it's a new beginning. And so maybe we're moving towards this 10 of Cups kind of relationship, moving towards what we want. But you have to know what it is. So I want you to get clear on what it is. So whether this is a relationship with someone else, or this is a self-love relationship for you, you need to be clear about what it is, and you need to start kind of fresh. Again, I'm feeling a new beginning here of manifesting, okay? So now we've got that one going. Now, your divine feminine is also focusing on awakening. Okay, so there's a change in behavior. There's a need to slow down and reflect. Maybe there's a shift that needs to be made in your priorities and your values. Okay, again, we see this transformation of the inner world, and the divine masculine is mirroring that, perhaps with some heartbreak. Okay, so we never want to hear that. We never, you know, I think we always want the happiness. But I feel like through heartbreak is where the awakening comes for you. So you want to look in your at your life, and where, if it's not happening now, did it happen in the past? I feel like this energy is saying that was part of your awakening, that heartbreak. Okay, it was there to help you break patterns. You know, it was there because maybe you were doing the same thing over and over. Maybe you were jumping into different relationships or hiding within a relationship. Okay, but we want this relationship here. So this, I feel like, is almost like the past. And we got the moon in reverse, which brings these two together. So I feel like there's a bit of the unknown at this time when it comes to this energy in your life. You're not sure how to work with it, or what to expect from it, almost. I feel like maybe there's emotions that come through and you're not sure how to handle them, or what to do with them. But know that they're just part of your awakening, and they're here to help you shift your feelings and your thinking and your emotions, and how you work with them, and how you, I don't know, how you expect, not expect, what's the word? How you process them. Okay, it's about how you process your emotions. All right. And then finally, the third thing what we're dealing with is clarity. You know, being able to see things clearly, understand situations, people, and places for what they are, and that's the feminine energy. And the masculine energy is coming in here with that loyal energy. Okay, so I feel like this is what you're moving towards on your current path. All right. And the bridge between that is the Hanged Man. So I feel like the bridge between that is kind of this transition period where you get clear, where you clear up your mind, where you start to understand things better. So if we see here with this reading, hopefully you can see it all. So I feel like I feel like what's going on at this time is new beginnings, a new path towards a better relationships, towards more meaningful relationships, manifesting meaningful relationships. But to get through that, you have to go through the awakening process. You have to work on your emotions. You have to work on your patterns. You have to learn from your heartbreaks. And you have to learn from your relationship patterns that you've, gone through in the past. This will bring you the clarity that you're kind of needing. I feel like you may have to wait for some clarity, but then it's like an up and down of clarity. It comes, it goes, it comes, it goes. So I feel like that's why the hangman's here. He's saying, or she's saying, there's going to be times where you're clear, and there's going to be times where the path is not so clear, and you're just going to have to hang around and wait. But I feel like the loyalty, that masculine energy, is very much about being loyal to yourself, to your path, to your healing. Okay? So hopefully this reading resonates with you. If it does, please go ahead and hit that like button. This is where you're at on your journey. I will do further readings. Maybe I'll do this like once a month. So be sure to subscribe and come back and see where you're at in another month. Thank you. All right. Let's look at pile number 2. If you chose the Amazonite. Amazonite is very much about speaking your truth. It's one of my favorite stones to work with. So that's the energy that is kind of flowing into your reading at this time. All right, so we're going to do like 3 different polls here. We're going to look at where you're at, where you've been, where you're heading. Okay, that seems to be how the cards are flowing today. All right, so this is the feminine energy. And right here where you're at, we're seeing independent energy. And then the masculine energy, you actually got the divine feminine. So this is where the masculine recognizes the feminine and the connection. All right. So I feel like if you chose this, perhaps you're struggling to recognize your feminine. Perhaps you're struggling because you're trying to be so independent that your masculine and your feminine are out of balance or out of whack. You're not allowing yourself to let both energies work their magic within yourself, within your journey. So the bridge to the 2 of these, I love this, is the 2 of Pentacles. So that's what will bring these 2 together. It's just clearly making a decision to do so. Okay? It's okay to be independent, but you don't have to be so independent that you can't be feminine, that you can't be connected to your femininity, that you can't kind of find your way home. And there's kind of just this loss of that sacred feminine going on in your energy or your journey at this time. And we want to make the choice to let that go and be independent, but also, not, I don't know how to say this, not be so masculine about it. Okay? To allow others to help you. You don't have to do it all on your own. It's okay if there's something where you feel like, how do I explain it? Like where you feel like, even though you're a woman and you're like, I can do it all, I don't need any man to help me. There are some times where it is good to be a woman and to be womanly. Okay, so you want to kind of just tap into that energy, however that is for you, whether that's allowing someone with more masculine energy to help you with something, whether that is just kind of maybe getting kind of sexy up, get dressed sexy and feel womanly. So I feel like you need that. I feel like you've maybe lost touch with that a little bit at this time. All right. where you've been, what's going on. You're impatient. Okay. And that's the feminine energy of impatience and the masculine energy of separation. So perhaps many of you are just tired of waiting for that right guy to come in, you know. So there's this separation, there's this impatience. Maybe if you're in a relationship, you're tired of waiting for that guy to step up and, you know, assert his masculine energy, you know, within the relationship. Maybe you're always the one who has to do everything all the time, take care of everything, and it's exhausting. So it doesn't allow you, you know, to be a little more softer and a little more feminine. So the bridge between the two of those there, and we have the Five of Swords, is to kind of get out of your head a little bit. Okay, I feel like maybe it's your expectations for one. You know, for some of you, it might be expectations. For others, it may just be that you have kind of negative thoughts going on in your head when it comes to your partner or maybe previous partners. Okay, since I know some of you are with people and some of you are not. So we want to watch out for that because that seems to be kind of getting in your way. All right. And finally, where things are heading, we have recognition. So being proud of yourself, giving yourself credit for the hard work that you've been done in your journey, in your healing, especially. So that's the feminine energy that is coming in the near future. And compromise. I love that. I love that. So I feel like not only are you going to be able to, we want you to move on this journey of healing towards, you know, recognizing your, you know, feminine and masculine side and how that works and all of that. And yes, that independent woman is doing all this hard work, but she's also going to choose to let some of that feminine energy in so that some healing can be done. So we can remove this impatience. We can remove any negative thoughts that are getting in our way, any negative expectations that are getting in our way, and we're going to compromise. Okay, we're going to bring in that masculine compromising energy. And we get the Two of Swords. So to bridge that again, this is, it's almost like, again, a mental thing with you all, where you have to just get out of your head. Okay, you have to start to feel more than thinking. More feeling, less thinking will help you on this journey. Okay, so hopefully that helps you. If this reading resonated with you, please go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more readings from me, please be sure to subscribe. All right. So our final pile, or our final crystal here, was the black obsidian. It is a protection crystal. So those of you who chose this crystal, there's some need for some kind of protection, or maybe you're protecting yourself for some kind of reason. So that energy is there. And the first thing we're going to look at is the divine feminine energy, and we got needy. So are we clinging to the masculine? Are you trying to make yourself feel better? Are we people pleasing? You know, what's going on here? So the divine masculine energy is confidence. So I feel like maybe you're struggling with your confidence. I feel like, you know, and you're maybe overcompensating by doing more than you want to, or doing things that you don't want to, or kind of looking outside yourself for that feeling, that good feeling, for someone to give it to you and not for you to give it to yourself. Okay. The bridge between that, Six of Pentacles, stop. You know, the bridge is basically to stop looking outside yourself, you know, and give it to yourself. Give yourself what it is you need. I feel like in order for you to be confident in your own skin, in yourself, in how you feel, in your life, you need to find a way to feel that without others telling you, without others complimenting you, without the need for the approval of anyone else in your life at this time. I feel like that's super, super important. Okay. So, where is this coming from? What's going on? Let's look at the past. Okay. And in the past, divine feminine. So, some of you may still be in this karmic partnership, or some of you may have been in the karmic partnership and you're moving in out of it now, and you're in this personal growth uh, personal growth time in your life because of the karmic partnership. And the masculine energy was trust issues, afraid to be hurt, doesn't trust themselves, find ways not to trust people, insecure. So that's a lot. There's a lot going on with you guys. So this neediness here, this lack of confidence really needs to be addressed. We need to pay attention to this, address it, figure out how to give yourself this, because if you're healing from a karmic partner or you're dealing with a karmic partner right now, it's going to be very important for you not to bring in other karmic partners or play out this pattern in your life or your journey again. I feel like the first thing, we have these insecurity issues, and which is why we're being needy. I feel like this isn't about trusting other people. This is more so about trusting yourself. Okay? You need to learn to trust yourself, your choices. This way you're not seeking the approval of others when you know you can make a good choice. And the bridge between these two here is we have the Knight of Swords. So this is about being able to do what you want and feel comfortable doing what you want. And I feel like maybe at times you don't. Maybe you're looking for that direction. Maybe you don't know how to give that comfort in your decisions and your choices to yourself. And you just got to start by doing it slowly, making small decisions and trusting yourself in those small decisions. And then you can move on to bigger decisions later on. Kind of learning the lesson of discernment here. So I feel like that's what's coming up for you guys. Okay. And then finally, where you're heading here, the divine feminine says joy. So we're heading in a good direction. So I don't want you to be, feel like overwhelmed or like you can't do this, because you can. Your divine feminine side is being very, very optimistic and saying we can heal this stuff. It's fine. It's just going to take some time, and now we know what it is. And the divine masculine, again, we got this karmic partner. So I feel like with this coming up twice, I feel like your guides, this energy is saying you really need to focus on your partnerships, who you're drawing in, who you're with now. And this could even be friendships as well. Some of our friendships are karmic partners, because they're teaching you hard lessons, and we want you to learn them so you can move on and stop attracting these kind of karmic partners or karmic relationships. And I also want you to be careful, because I feel like with the joy card and the karmic card, I feel like I don't want you to get caught up in love bombing, or and the good feeling that kind of brings, or again not trusting yourself, letting somebody have you second guess your decisions or your choices. So I feel like with this Seven of Wands here, that girl, she's in her spot, she's in her zone, and none of these wands can come at her now. So I feel like no matter how much you're going to get to this point as you're healing, and you're starting to recognize what these karmic partners are and how they are, and that energy, and you're not looking for them anymore. to fulfill you. You're starting to fulfill yourself. That's where you feel this joy. That's where you're able to say no to all these obstacles and these karmic partners. Okay, so I would definitely say, if you got this and this resonates and you're looking to find out if your next partner is a karmic partner, please feel free to reach out for a reading. I have them in my Etsy shop, and we can always look at that before you dive in, you know. So if this reading resonated with you, please go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more readings from me, please be sure to subscribe.